Katania, thank you for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thank you.
We just blessed with a very cool set, got a very, very cool voice.
Thank you.
It gave me Billie Eilish vibes at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very cool songwriting. How did you come about as an artist?
Well, I think I've been writing songs for some years now, but I think initially it started off in COVID because I was at home and I was like, okay, I kind of want to learn guitar. So I started like basically picking up guitar and like learning how a couple chords and everything. Yeah, and before I used to write poems. As a result, I was like, okay, actually I can put both those things together and actually write a song. So I kind of started writing songs since then, but I think I've been writing a bit more recently. So yeah.
So take us through the songs you did.
So Different, I actually wrote last year, and it was more like a darker, more sad song. So maybe that's why I give you a bit more like Billie Eilish vibes in that sense. But that was more to do with kind of like a point in my life where, I don't know, I was like going out a lot and I guess using it as a way by which to avoid issues in my life. And I thought that, you know, that was all fine and that I guess that's different this time and that, yeah, I'm not going to kind of go back to like doing that and avoiding things that I should be dealing with, but it wasn't different. So yeah, I guess that song is more kind of like a song where I'm showing the loop that I was going through where, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, it's different. You're trying to convince yourself that it's different, but you know that it's not. So that's why it's a bit more of like a sad song. Luckily things have changed, it's all good now. But
Good
so yeah, so that one. Living in Reverse is a song I actually wrote for my best friend. And yeah, it's about going through unhealthy relationships or like an unhealthy relationship whereby, yeah, you kind of expect the person to change and they kind of keep on proving to you, yeah, that they're not going to. But yeah, I guess you just keep on going back and it just looks like you're living in reverse as a result. So you keep on going through, I guess, a similar loop potentially. And then my last song is one that I had actually released last year. So that one's Cheat. And I guess it's in the name. It's about cheaters. Yeah, and I guess toxic relationships really. And then actually in the end, breaking out of that. It's
Cool.
kind of a description between three.
Nice. What's your normal songwriting process?
Usually, because I kind of started it off with guitar, so I would typically just pick up my guitar and then just start off with a couple of chords and then loop them myself, and then yeah, I would just come up with something really, and then I'd get my phone and I'd turn on the voice recording memos, so I just have that. So I have like 1,000 like voice memos unnamed, which is not good.
I think every artist can attest to that. Yeah.
Yeah, which I really need to name. So yeah, but yeah, I guess that's the kind of the way that I go about it. And yeah, I guess particularly if there's like a particular situation I'm thinking about, or like maybe it's something that I'm going through, or something that I saw on the street, or like my friend, and yeah, I just kind of sit there and just write a song, and then the lyrics usually come to me, and then I clean them up within like that hour and stuff. So yeah, but it's usually kind of demos that I write for the first kind of verse and chorus, and then I kind of leave it, and then I move on to another song, and then I come back to it if I think it's actually good.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Cool. What kind of who inspires you as an artist?
There's not a particular artist that actually inspires my songwriting, although I feel like when I guess the songs that I write, they could be seen as a bit similar to like Olivia Rodrigo's style, like Billie Eilish, but they're not necessarily artists that I listen to actually. So I guess the songs that I write are very different from the things that I listen to.
What made me say Billie Eilish was just the melody of the voice.
Yeah.
I heard.
No, it makes sense. I mean, to be fair, like I do listen to like that kind of music as well, occasionally. But I think, yeah, I don't think there's a particular artist that inspires me in terms of my songwriting. But I think just because of the way that I do it in terms of being acoustic and like the guitar, it just turns out to be a particular way.
Yeah. Of course. So what kind of music are you into?
I'm more into actually like Latin music. So yeah, like Latin pop, R&B. So yeah, I listen much more to like reggaeton and everything.
Nice. Yeah, we have some fan questions. One of them says, when are you going to produce reggaeton?
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I only just started learning how to produce. So I don't know. I think I'm kind of like dabbling, but at the moment, instead of, I guess, entirely focusing on producing reggaeton directly, which is something I will be doing, I'm more kind of focusing on actually writing some Spanish songs. So I do have some Spanish songs that are currently in the background that I'm also looking to release at some point, whether it be this year or next year, but hopefully this year. So yeah, so I've been doing that as well, just because I do kind of adore that sound, and I guess Spanish is a language as well. So it's something that I want to incorporate in terms of my music, and yeah, incorporate that in terms of everything.
Nice, it definitely is a cool sound. I do love Latin music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is cool sounds. Is there any Latin artists in particular?
Yeah, there is one. His name is Milo Jota. I don't know. He's quite like, I feel like he's quite niche in, maybe not in Europe, but like particularly in the UK. But he's quite big in like Latin America. And yeah, I think he's definitely like my favorite artist. He's actually very young. He just like turned 19 or something. Or yeah, and he's already becoming like really, really famous. And I think his lyrics are incredible. And just the way by which he goes about also producing his songs, I find really inspiring because I don't understand how a person so young can write about such deep things. So yeah, I think that would definitely be my favorite kind of artist. But I've got like others like Latin Mafia and like Judeline and everything as well. Yeah, and I guess also a German artist too. His name's like Mowgli, which is a bit of a completely different sound, but I also find his production really interesting. So
nice. Where do you see your music going this year?
I think this year I'm kind of more focusing on, I guess, releasing my EP. So I've been kind of working on that for a while because I think last year I just kind of released the one single. So yeah, I guess it'll be a similar vibe to what you heard today. But then alongside that, I am working with like other people. So I'm actually exploring other sounds. So as a result, there'll be a bit of like Latin R&B, and then there'll be like some like electropop as well. So it'll be like actually different genres. But in terms of actual finished like products like EPs, it'll be more that sound. So alt pop. Yeah.
Nice. So which of your songs are closest to you?
Yeah, I think probably the one that I'd say is the one that I mentioned. So it's different, just because of I guess it was more directly what exactly I was feeling at the time, and I didn't know how to like put it into words, I guess. So I think that one kind of really does reflect a period in my life that I felt a bit more like low, and that kind of convincing feeling that you're going to be different and that you're going to change and things are going to improve, but then you just keep on going back in the same unhealthy loop. So I think that one probably would be the most kind of closest directly to me. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Is songwriting a vice for you? Do you use it to unload?
100%. Yeah, I think whenever anything goes like wrong or something, I don't know, or even for my friends or something, then I straight away just like pick up the guitar and go, okay, I'm gonna write a song about it, and I just like do it. And it's just like use it as a form of therapy, really, which I find really, really helpful.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's like that for most artists.
Yeah.
It's a release.
Exactly.
What's your earliest memory of writing music or playing music?
I think I was in Glasgow, so I'm from Scotland originally, and it was like during COVID, and I think it was actually like a Spanish song or something that I started, because I started learning Spanish at that time, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try something different, and then I started like writing like some sort of Spanish song. I was like, oh, okay, actually this kind of works, and it sounds actually not bad. So I think that's probably my earliest memory. I was like just sitting on the couch and just like trying different chords that I just freshly learned, and then making them turn into something, both things I was kind of learning, and I realized, okay, maybe I can actually write songs.
Why do you write music?
I guess because it is a form of release. I think it's something that I'm deeply also passionate about, and I actually feel happy doing. I just feel very fulfilled, like when I'm in the studio, like working with other creatives, and I'm able to kind of express myself creatively, or I guess the things that I'm feeling, and put that into music and into words. I guess that's the kind of most important thing to me, and I think that's why I adore music so much.